This year we'll see the anniversary of some important events that have taken place in the UK. One of these happened 800 years ago when Magna Carta was signed. This was a charter signed by the king to relinquish some of his powers and give them to the barons and nobles of the country. So power became to a certain extent shared in the country. 50 years later we had what is known as Simon de Montfort's Parliament. This time the Parliament consisted not just of the king and the nobles, but de Montfort also included business people, the equivalent of business people of those time, a recognition that more people needed to be involved in the management of the country and the deciding of the future of the country. These are important lessons when we consider sustainability, because we from these understand that power needs to be shared and there needs to be an inclusion in the social and strategic community decision-making processes. But although these took place 750 and 800 years ago, it's important at this time to question the situation now. Now we have a situation where the world is becoming more unequal. We have a situation where 1%, the richest 1% of the world, own more than all the other 99% put together. This cannot be equal. This cannot lead to sustainability. Sustainability requires social inclusion. It requires everybody to be involved in the decision-making process, or at least everybody to feel as though they're involved in the decision-making process. Community involvement is an essential requirement of sustainability. When we have decisions made by a small minority, when we have wealth and benefit accruing to a small minority, it is apparent that this cannot lead to sustainability. For sustainability, we need the three pillars of Brundtland that I referred to earlier. We need economic development, we need environmental protection, but we need social justice and community involvement in the sustainability. It seems we've forgotten that, so I think it's pertinent to consider what happened 2,500 years ago when one of the emperors of the world, Cyrus the Great, understood the need for social inclusion in the development of sustainability. Cyrus the Great formulated the first ever Declaration of Human Rights in which all people were treated equally regardless of race or religion. Since then we have seen changes and we've seen new declarations of human rights, but we've seen no comparable blanket declaration of equality. Cyrus the Great, it seems, 2,500 years ago, knew more than we know now about sustainability. He developed a program of sustainability which we've failed to improve upon in those intervening years. So it's important at this point, when we consider anniversaries and we consider what's happened in the past, to know that we can learn from the past and we can go back to the past in order to improve the future and to take into account all the factors needed for any declaration of sustainability.